Today I want to talk about dealing with conflict and how moving forward when both sides believe they are right. Working in teams can be a lot of fun. Anyone who has ever played a sport knows the power of teamwork and what can be accomplished when working together towards a common goal. That being said, working in teams introduces its fair share of issues. In today's technology-driven world, the Agile Manifesto has taught us to value individuals and interactions over processes and tools. It's not surprising that this is the first value of the manifesto, as it focuses directly on the people component of software development. The creators of the Agile Manifesto understood that it takes people working together to create great software. Working on a team, each member has their own unique perspective and understanding of how things should be done. It isn't uncommon to find that two people can be at odds over what they both feel is true. After all, there's always more than one true way to look at a situation. In the field of psychology, the thinking that two ideas can be both true at the same time is called dialectical. In this situation, there can be conflict if both sides are not able to move forward while feeling validation that their point of view was correctly understood. How can you apply dialectic thinking to get what you want? Can you use open-minded thinking to move from an either-or extreme to a both-and extreme while finding a way to validate the other person's point of view? In letting go of a black and white, all-or-nothing mindset, can you become more flexible and expand your way of things? One method to help move through this impasse is a technique called Dearman, which is an acronym to guide you through a complex process that delivers amazing results. Let's see how it works. The D in Dearman reminds us to describe the current situation, telling the person exactly what you are reacting to and making sure that you stick with the facts. The E reminds us to express our feelings and opinions about the situation and to assume that our feelings and opinions are not self-evident. You express yourself using phrases such as I want, I don't want, instead of I need, you should, or I can't. The A reminds us to assert ourselves by asking for what you want or by saying no clearly. You need to assume that the other party will not figure it out or do what you want unless you ask, and that they can't read your mind. Don't expect others to know how hard it is for you to ask directly for what you want. The R reminds us to reinforce or reward the person ahead of time by explaining the consequences and telling the person the positive effects of getting what you want or need. You should help the person feel good for doing or accepting what you want. At this point in the technique, you have established your position and made it very clear what the reward looks like. Knowing that this is not an easy feat, the technique brings the man component into the fold to ensure your success. The M in man reminds us to stay mindful, to focus on your objective, and to not get distracted. The A reminds us to appear confident, using a confident voice, proper posture, and maintaining good eye contact. And finally, the N reminds us to negotiate. Be willing to give to get. You need to be able to offer and ask for an alternative solution to the problem while focusing on what will work to resolve the current problem. As you can see from the Dearman technique, it takes some thought to be able to express yourself in this manner, but I promise you it will be worth it. This technique makes you focus on helping the other party understand your point of view and what type of reward they will receive when they come around to your side of the issue. Let's look at an example of a common issue that occurs when a company is starting their agile journey, the daily stand-up. After the team has received their training, you may find that one member of the team, let's call him Mike, has made it crystal clear as to why he won't attend the daily stand-up meeting. Mike is a member of the newly formed Scrum team, has limited knowledge of Scrum, and doesn't feel there's any value in meeting each and every day. Maybe this person sounds familiar. Let's use the Dearman technique and see if we can get Mike to the daily stand-up meeting. Describe the current situation. Tell the person exactly what you're reacting to. Stick to the facts. Mike, a key component of the Scrum framework is the daily stand-up. This meeting allows the team to talk about where they are with their work and gives everyone an opportunity to raise issues. By skipping this meeting, not only are you depriving your teammates of an update on your work, you are sending a message that you don't want to be a part of the team. The E, express your feelings and opinions about the situation. Assume that others cannot read from your mind. Don't expect others to know how hard it is for you to ask directly for what you want. Mike, I understand that this is the new way of working, and it may not be familiar to you, but you're a key member of our team and well respected by your peers. Not attending this meeting not only undermines my work to help the company adopt Scrum, but it conveys to your teammates that you have more important things to take care of than to participate with them in a key Scrum ceremony. The A, assert yourself by asking for what you want or saying no clearly. Assume that others cannot read your mind. Don't expect others to know how hard it is for you to ask directly for what you want. Mike, I would like you to attend all of the Scrum ceremonies, including the daily stand-up. It is critical that we show unity in the adoption of Scrum and the value you place in the process and in your teammates. Now for the reinforcement. Reinforce the reward to the person ahead of time. Tell the person the positive effects of getting what you want or need. Help the person feel good ahead of time for doing what you want. You know, Mike, in attending the daily stand-up, you will hear firsthand the progress of the team, along with issues, right as they happen. You won't need to read any meeting minutes, nor be invited to any one-hour all-team status meetings. Your attendance at the stand-up may also help others on the team avoid pitfalls with the project, given your years of experience. Seeing you at the daily stand-up will show the team and myself that you support this initiative and you're willing to help in its success. When delivering your message, don't forget the other part of Dearman. Make sure you stay focused on your objective of getting Mike to the daily stand-up and that you maintain your position no matter the objection. You should appear confident in speaking and use a tone of voice that conveys your conviction. You also need to know that you are willing to negotiate. What are you willing to give up in order to gain what you want as a result? Could you possibly tell Mike that after the sprint is done or the project is complete, if he still doesn't feel like the Scrum framework is working, he could move to another project that is not using Scrum? This technique can be used at work, home, and with your children with great success. When you encounter a situation where you know that two ideas are true at the same time, and neither side is going to back down, please remember there is always a way to move forward in a productive manner. By expanding your way of seeing things, being flexible and approachable, you can use the Dearman technique to move forward while avoiding conflict. To learn more about how guidance technology can help, please visit us at www.guidance-technology.com/resources.